Hey, this is Darren with Big Daddy Scripts again, and we're going to talk about the new Road Flare. It's a tool that anybody can use. Basically lets you lay down flares that stay lit and that you can pick back up again. So there's a flare command, /flare, and it puts the flare in your hand. This is just the regular GTA flare weapon, but when it's in your hand, it activates the script. So you walk to where you want it to be, and the E key will set one down right where you are, and then you can walk to the next one and set down as many as you want. These are networked, so everybody will see them. And one of the beautiful things about them is as you lay them down, each one has a speed zone in a radius around it that's configurable. So you'll see this car come up, and right here, boom, slow down, because there's a speed zone there. So all AI vehicles, or most, will slow down. And once you're done with it, you walk up to it, press the delete key, and away it goes. Now I want to show you something. Usually with one sync, if you get so far away, it forgets what you had and you no longer have access to the objects that you've spawned into the game, as you've seen with some of the other things that I've built. I used a different method this time, so we're going to come way out here. Kind of over sandy, and now we're going to go back around the mountain. And as you can see, our flares are still here. The speed zone is still active. And if I walk up to the flare and hit my delete key, boom, it still works. So one sync does not mess you up on this one. And you can delete them in any order that you want. If you do a /cone, puts a cone in your hand. And it works very much like the flares. You walk to where you want it, press E, and it drops it. And you can RP that you go back to your trunk and you get another one and you come back out and you drop it. And it sets a speed zone around each one. You can see that car driving slowly past. Here comes a car. It's fast, and it's slow. So they work just like the flares with the speed zones. Delete them, much like the road flare, you walk up to it and you hit the delete key. But these work differently because they're not flares. So it'll pick it back up. You can walk to your trunk and you press the X and it takes it out of your hand. So you can pretend like you're putting it back in the trunk instead of it just disappearing when you delete it. And one other thing I did to these is I set them with no collision. I've noticed that the AI drivers, they don't drive around the cones, they try to drive through them. And if they're set hard, which these need to be so the script can find them to delete them, the position has to remain steady. The cars will just get stuck on them. Because the AI are not smart. They'll just keep driving into them and never go around, and it just makes a traffic mess. So I turned the collision off on these cones, so when a car does come, it is obeying the speed zone. It's going to drive right through it, but it doesn't knock them over or cause a big traffic jam or anything like that. Anyway, that's it. BigDaddyScripts.com.